Bright light, like those. Painful, bitch. And they're asking me, why do I put up with it?
Ashley, just cut this shit off. It ain't that fucking hard. Or get out.
My coworkers get mad because of you fucking retards. That's because my skin didn't come out darker, or my hair come out curlier, or my eyes come out brown does not determine my race.
Welcome, and may the winds of the Calamari Desert unblock your top orifices. Today we'll be talking about a woman who, hang on, I'm getting a sign. Ashley Rheiner. She is 32 years old. She's homeless. She's a drug addict from Baltimore. And she gets her drug habit funded by doing tarot readings on TikTok. And she claims to be a multi-ethnic psychic medium clairvoyant empath. And I'm getting let's consult the cards. Let's see what the first card will be. Temperance, but in reverse. And that means dishonesty, imbalance, lack of patience, onset of illness. She has about, hang on, getting a reading. I've got a big number, 50,000 followers. Watch her to, watch her to fall asleep.
Weird. Wow. Okay, that was weird as hell. If Mackenzie can send me a Facebook when she gets back. Okay, what is the problem?
And she nods off, and she let's just say that she is in touch with the next realm from this mortal plane. And this is all live. She does these live streams, and she occasionally ODs on live stream, gets brought back, and then she's back to doing her drug habit and scamming people. But I mentioned she does tarot readings. However, she spends more time responding to the negative comments and the call out. People who pay her for the tarot readings, they don't get them. She forgets because she's so preoccupied with dealing with bad comments. And then when people ask her, "Hey, Ashley, you didn't do my tarot reading. I paid you my hard-earned money," she blocks them. What a bitch. She starts doing this whole pity party. It's all blatant. Oh, woe is me, because of things that have apparently happened in the past. But I'll get to that later on in the video. And she's complaining. It's all about her and her struggle and baiting and threatening to hurt herself and others. Let's see this marvelous piece of acting, and if I'm honest, this needs to be nominated for an Oscar. Watch her acting in this.
You guys are so fucking evil. If you need to talk to me, you have your ways. I can't.
The next card is Justice, but in reverse as well. Oh, actually, this is not good. Dishonesty, imbalance, lack of accountability, legal flaws. Now, to kind of impound that, so first card is a past. The middle card is a present, and well, as you can see, she's got a drug habit. She's been dealing with this. It's going on for some time now. It's a very nasty ailment. As we can see, it's fueled by being dishonest, ripping off people, scamming people, and even scamming her co-workers. She's stolen checks from her employer. She's still paying that back. She's still employed by the same employer that she stole from. And she constantly lies. Well, let's watch example A.
Please explain to me how photosynthesis affects the eyeballs and makes bright light like those painful, bitch. You know, I never said photosynthesis, and I can't believe y'all were that stupid. So, photosynthesis. I never said photosynthesis.
She claims to be on the spectrum, whether it's autism or Asperger's, I don't know, but she's able to say things like this.
My coworkers get mad because of you fucking retards.
And she thinks that because she has this condition that she's able to say that word. And people are giving her shit for it. But it's not just the R word she's been saying, it's also the N word with the hard R. As we can see in these messages that she sent to someone that she didn't like. Just being really, really nasty. So what does she have to say to that?
Hey y'all, I want to take a second to address something. I want you to be able to see my face while I do. Most of you who followed me for some time know that last summer it was exposed that I had some private messages with the N-word and some other not favorable words in them. I maintained throughout that it was not right what I did, especially because I myself was raised being called that word and didn't like it. I have said it before, and I will continue to say it until the day that I die. The basis of racism is the belief that you can look at somebody and determine based on their color and or traits. I've gotten the Cherokee through my mother. Her great-grandmother was pure-blood Cherokee. The Blackfoot and Lumbee come from my father. Just because my skin didn't come out darker or my hair come out curlier or my eyes come out brown does not determine my race. Your belief that it does is racism.
I don't know about you, but she looks very white. She looks very white to me. And apparently her mum and dad, or her mum in this situation, come out and said, no, they're both white. Alright. Okay. So we've done the past, we've done the present. Let's do the future. What does the future hold in store for you? The Fool. Uh-oh. Reversed. The Fool reverse means chaos, folly, lack of direction, naivete or naivety, depending on how you look on it, poor judgment, and stupidity. I don't see this going anywhere that's favourable for you, Ashley, because the way I see it, and I think the way that your co-workers see it, you're constantly on TikTok, you're constantly on social media, you're constantly on Facebook or YouTube doing these lives, and you're getting money to fund this little drug habit, and it's astonishing how she's still alive. And if you think, I'm being hard on her for being stupid, I mean, look at the photosynthesis thing. Look at the whole I think I've got Asperger's, so I can say the N word or the R word or whatever. I'm like 5% or 0.5% black, so I'm able to say the N word. She's dumb. She's really fucking dumb.
9/11 taught me that if a president can watch his people jump from a burning building rather than to face the misery that was waiting for them and still stand up strong and say, fuck you, terrorists, I have nothing for you, then so can I. Period. So can I.
She compares herself to President Bush when 9/11 happened. How fucking dumb is that? What a stupid statement to make. First of all, Bush was in a kindergarten school and he was reading a book to a bunch of kids. And when he got told the story, he just kind of carried on with the story as if nothing happened. And I think at one point during the whole thing, he went to take a vacation, didn't he? This is a long time ago. So, Ashley, maybe you need to take a little break to a ranch or something there. Another thing I want to mention. I'm getting a reading Karma. Yes, Karma. But she has a very naive understanding of what karma is. If you watch an episode of My Name is Earl, Well, actually, no. Earl had a pretty good understanding of what karma is like. She has an understanding of karma that's like stupid.
When I've been doing good, I get things like winning money on TikTok and free UGG slippers and housing handed to me and all of that. That's all good karma. Karma tends to be a mirror, but not always. When you're in absolute shit, shit happens. You're always losing keys. You can't ever make the deal. You're always late. It's alright. Karma's a bitch. Every penny I lose, you're gonna lose 54.
And listen, y'all gonna stop doing that TikTok shit inside. It can ruin my business.
That's nothing to do with your business.
Huh? Listen, you cast this spam me. My fucking phone, I ring every fucking second.
I told you, gave that number.
Who give you this number?
Denise, where do you see it on me?
Yo, I went to fucking California. I'm gonna come back. That's why I come back too.
Yeah, I'm telling you why. Because she got mad, y'all didn't know. Now you froze up my brand new $1,200 tablet.
She, as part of the whole situation that everyone's going through at the moment, because she's homeless, she gets given a hotel room that's paid for by, I think it's the local government or something. It's like a relief scheme to help homeless people, Spanish crown, if you know what I mean. And she just takes advantage of it. And because she's in this sort of paid living situation, she gets told constantly, don't live stream in these rooms for, I don't exactly know the reason why they can't let her do it, but I think it's so taxpayers don't see how their money is being wasted. I'm not saying that for all, I'm just saying it for her case.
I don't know, I feel like these rooms are so small. Like you can see the age and the size of the rooms. I do feel like that. And I think that does hurt a little, especially for the price.
You can't go on TikTok. You really can't go on TikTok or anything because it has your location where you're at.
No, TikTok does not show your location. I can prove it
Do you
to
have
you.
your location? Do you have your phone
Look.
location on?
I'll prove it to you, ma'am.
I know, but I'm just saying your location.
When you go on TikTok.
Okay.
She doesn't understand that when people say they don't want to be filmed, she can't understand that. That's a foreign concept to her. You have her two colleagues here are trying to have a conversation, a private conversation, one conversation that they don't wish to broadcast because I think there's some shenanigans going on in that car dealership that she works at. But that's just my opinion. The people there don't like it.
You're getting ready to walk out the
How you
door.
don't even want them to hear our conversations? Like, you have consideration, yo. You don't give a fuck about this. You just care about being on TikTok. Like, damn, you can't be off that shit for an hour. You can't go somewhere else.
Really? Because I ain't on TikTok all day.
Ashley, you don't understand. What me and Junior having a personal conversation? You just walk up in here on TikTok Live. You don't want our conversation business out there. You don't give a fuck. It's not like you was
because I didn't know.
Ashley, just cut this shit off. It ain't that fucking hard. Or get out. God damn. It's not like you was in here first when you walked in here.
You know what?
You having a personal conversation. You just
I know a lot about personal conversations. You know in Maryland that if you're in a public place and people are recording, it's legal? This is a blog that I found that talks about Maryland recordings. The next time y'all want to step to me, just know I do my research. A business is public, dumbass. Yes, it is.
Ashley, all because like it's legal to do that in your state, it still doesn't mean that your colleagues asked you to stop recording because they didn't want their personal conversation to be broadcasted out there. And you could have done the most respectful thing and like left them to it. You could have just walked out. You could have just like left it because you said, "All right, give me a few minutes, I'll leave." But even there, your colleague called you out and said, "No, it's constant. You're on your phone all the time. Just cut it off. Stop it. Get some help." Sorry, I just had the spirit of Michael Jordan just took over then. But this fucking dumb fucking piece of shit has a fan base. A fan base that's giving her money, watching her destroy her body online. And people saying, "Oh, she's got it rough. She was sexually assaulted by her stepfather. She was sexually assaulted, Trigger. How could you be so mean? Let me tell you something. That allegation that was made turned out to be bullshit because her sister and her mother came out, and her sister actually did a very lengthy post about her experience with her sister. And bear in mind, okay, trigger warning, it's pretty dark, and you can see why I despise this fucking woman. I find it repugnant, and that is, well, let's listen to her sister's words for herself.
From the time I was super small up until about 9, my sister was sexually assaulting me. I didn't realize it was wrong. I didn't know that it shouldn't be happening because I was a kid at the time. I didn't realize that the things that she was making me do for and to her weren't okay. Until a few years later, I was about 6 or 7. We watched a movie with my parents. My mom shielded my eyes from a sex scene, and the pieces I caught from between her hands were things that I'd already experienced. That's when it clicked. It wasn't okay. And when I confronted her, she threatened to destroy my things. She threatened me physically, and she swore that she would kill me if I ever told my parents. So after I confronted her, she lessened what she was doing. It wasn't as frequent. It was still happening. And, she's a narcissistic personality. Everything's about her, and it's always a thing against her. So when I called her out for it, she blamed me. She said, it was because she was messed up because I came into the picture, and she was messed up because my parents had me. I didn't ask to be born. I didn't ask to be here. And I didn't say anything to my parents because I didn't want my family torn apart. It already sucked dealing with her, just her personality, but to lose a sister because she was a predator, I didn't want that to happen to my family, let alone, my parents having to live with that. Things finally ended when I was around 9 because I outgrew my sister and I could easily fight her off. I could easily, fight back. It didn't have to happen. But then it just moved on to constantly fighting, and we would constantly fight like grown men, and we would end up punching, screaming, hurting each other because the built up frustration, and my parents didn't know why. I couldn't keep it in the way I wanted to, and having to grow up and see her every day and knowing what happened and knowing it was wrong, especially when I got older and I realized what sexual abuse was, and having to look at my parents every day and tell them everything's fine, everything's okay, and it wasn't. It's still not, but I'm trying, and I go to therapy for it. People always ask me, why didn't you go to the police, or why didn't you do this, why didn't you do that? Well, it's too late, and there's nothing I can really do. The other thing I see too is, what if she gets clean? Would you reconcile with her? No. I can't look at my abuser one more day. I can't. When I came on here and I saw the things that she was saying about my family, about my parents, the friends that I've made, seeing what they've gone through because of her, seeing all the other people going through the same shit because she's not content unless she's making people suffer. I will stay here and I will keep fighting until she's off the app, until she's finally off social media and can get some help. For the people who are continuously just feeding her money and enabling her addiction and are constantly supporting her and making her think that you're her friend just because you want to see the drama unfold, or you just want to watch her slowly push herself to an OD, you're fucked up, and you could use some help too. She's literally herself with each dose. She's one step from not waking up, and you guys are enabling that, and you're proud of yourselves for it.
She's made her a very, very young sister at the time, do things to her sexually. And she hasn't denied this, she hasn't refuted this, she hasn't done a thing where she's come out and said, no, that didn't happen, that was all bullshit, they're trying to make me go into rehab. No, she hasn't responded to that. If anything, all she says is, oh, well, she lied about this one thing one time in the past, and whatever the thing was, it was so fucking regarded. What more can I say? She's disgusting, horrible, vindictive, conniving, scamming, dishonest, narcissistic, just a very, very bad lady. Disgusting. Look, in this format of cards that I have laid out here, what I can do for you, Ashley, is I can draw another card, a fourth card, which is the advice card, and this is the advice that you should take from this card. So you have Temperance reversed, Justice reversed, the Fool reversed, which is very bad. But let's see what the advice card is. The Devil in reverse, though, so it's not that bad. The Devil reversed means breaking from addictions, a divorce, if you will, freeing yourself from these restraints. In other words, Ashley, what you need to do is stop social media, get off the junk, get yourself clean, get into rehab, get some proper help. And I mean like Dr. Phil help. You have the money to get the right kind of help and the right kind of rehab to get your life back on track. Stop on live streams for money. You know, think about your sister, think about your family. Ashley, get some help.